DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Well, welcome everybody, and thank you very much for tuning in to Shani's Got 5 on It. That's right, we're back, and she has come loaded with some great topics tonight. John and I tried to throw in a couple suggestions, and she said, no, you are not going to suggest anything. I don't like your suggestions.
No,
They're
I had
old,
my no.
they're outdated.
I gave reasons. I didn't just say no. I did.
Well, no, you did say no because you said at least mine was everybody knew about it already.
Right. Everybody knew about yours.
But yeah. I will say this. I said it to my wife. I was like, by the way, did you know? And she goes, no. How'd you know that? So not everybody knows.
But most DJs know. And that's who watches our show.
All right. Fair enough. You wonder what we're talking about? Tough. You're just not going to find out.
Go for it. Yeah, go ahead. Do 0.5.
No. I don't want to steal anything. All right. So, oh my goodness. Anyway, so here's the deal. If you're new to the show, if you're new to hanging out, what we're going to do is Shani's got 5 different topics that she's going to divulge upon all of us. With big words, I know.
It's the word of the day right there.
It is. But she's going to share all that with us, and then we're gonna take some stuff from the chat room. We're gonna mix it all in, put it all together. And John, are we doing this on Facebook too?
Yeah, we are on Facebook and on YouTube.
There you go. So if you're checking out one and you're leaving questions and we're ignoring it, that's because we're not watching that chat room, and you got to go on the other one. It's the way it works.
I am watching all.
Yes.
Oh, you're watching both. All right. So John's got your back. So.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Shani.
Yes.
You better lead with a good one, considering the fact that you weren't out with us last week. You were with us in heart.
I was. Yeah, and I couldn't. I was going to zoom in, but I couldn't. It was crazy night for me working, so I wasn't able.
Working. It's okay.
To say hi to you guys, but I watched it. I did watch it. So good show. Good show, boys.
And what do we talk about?
You talked about part-time DJing, and you gave me a little shout out at the beginning. So thank you for that. See, I watched it.
She missed the shout out that we did in the middle at the end because she only watched the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. The ones where we really.
I did not.
Dan got
I watched the show when I do cardio, so I know I watched the whole thing. It was a long show though, because I had to push my cardio a little longer. I was like, "What's up with this?" And then I realized how long the show was, and I was like, "Oh, I see what you guys did there. Since I'm not there, you guys make me do this, but when you guys are on, you're like, so what do y'all want to talk about today?"
But you notice, and it took me like till we were about halfway through it before we realized that John kept us to 5 topics.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, to tell you the truth. Yeah. See, even when I'm gone, we still got 5 on it. And on that note, we are going to start with number 1. All right. So number 1, we're doing a little music here. So number 1, which I'm a little excited about because he's been out of the scene for a little bit. And I know I play his music at events, whether it's cocktail or a slow song, but Michael Buble is back, ladies and gentlemen. So for those that like to do some of his music, he is back and he announced a new album. And the new album is called Love. Everybody. So it's called Love, and it's going to hit on November 16th. So the new album comes out November 16th. And for those that don't know why he's been gone so long, it's because his son Noah has cancer. So he wanted to just take a step back from music and just really concentrate on family and everything. But his condition has gotten better. And since it has gotten better, he decided that he wants to go back in the studio and create some music. And because of the situation that happened, he wanted to show his love and his gratitude to his fans and to everybody. So that's why this is called Love. And the lead single that's going to come out from the album that's going to drop soon is called When I Fall in Love.
So cover right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a cover again. Yeah, this is another cover. I play now. Do you guys? Here's my question, and for the chat room too. Do you guys play? Are you old school and play the originals of most of the songs, or do you guys play his versions of those standards for people to come up and be like, "Wow, who was that? I like that version." So that is my question for you guys in the chat, and of course, I'm going to ask Dan and John. But when it comes to those classic standards, do you guys kind of just sometimes change it up a little bit and play some Michael Buble, or do you wait to just play that for background and cocktail, or do you like, you know what, I'm gonna throw one in and see what happens?
Depends on the type of cocktail that I'm going for. So cocktail dinner, if I'm doing, we'll say a strictly Kroner set, I will throw his in because I'm tired of having Frank like every other song. So I'll throw his in to give us that same sound, but not be the same exact artist that I've played like 12 times.
What about slow dance songs?
No, that's where I keep it traditional. Okay. Unless asked for otherwise, obviously. Yeah. But
John?
Yeah, I don't use much of Michael Bublé. Not that it's for any other reason than I've changed over this year that all of my cocktail time is now a programmed 70s and 80s because I'm after I want to set a different tone than what I would have done last year, which would have been more of that type of music. And I have not had anything for a crooner type of requests in any of my events this year. So yeah, it has fallen off my radar almost completely.
Okay.
I just assumed he was putting stuff out, but it wasn't getting play. No. It wasn't getting like mainstream following still. But so good. I'm glad that personal life has gotten better for him, and he can come back and give us something.
Yeah, I love his versions because I think they're fresh. And he puts like a spin on it, but it's still that old standard feel. So I like when I can throw them in for people to come up and be like, ooh, whose version is that? I like that version. So some of his songs I do like, and I do try to throw them in.
I like also the recording sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's got that cleaner sound because obviously it was new equipment, new all the technology and stuff like that helps it sound clearer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So number two, we're going to change genres, change artist types, and for those that are kind of into some of the folk and the rock, we got Mumford Sons. So again, I don't know if some of you guys play that for background or play a couple of their songs or anything, but they have a new album themselves that are going to be coming out. The album is called Delta, and that album is dropping November 16th, and they have a new song that's already out right now called Guiding Light. But yeah, so for those that kind of do that folk alternative type sound, you might want to check out their new album. For those that don't know, it is getting some airplay. They did perform it on Jimmy Fallon last week. So they are getting some hits on it. And they're also going to go on a 60-day worldwide tour for the album. So they're going worldwide with it. So we'll see what happens if it starts hitting streaming and billboards and things like that. But I know they had a couple hits that, on their other ones that kind of hit in the rock era. So we'll see what happens with the new album Delta and their new song Guiding Light, which still has the same feel of their other album. So it still has that Mumford Sons feel.
So two albums now coming out November 16th. Who do we think is going to go higher?
Well, I think
in the first week.
I'm saying Buble.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one.
That's what I'm going to say. All right. Are we ready for three? I know I brought up this group before, but we're going back to Dave Matthews Band, ladies and gentlemen. I know as people either love them or hate them, but Dave Matthews Band is coming in again, and they are announced dates for a tour. So if you are a big DMB fan, You guys can check. Yes, I abbreviated for those, whatever they call.
It was too long to say Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
Yes, it takes way too much time.
But they're going on, which is kind of weird. Like it's just 10 dates as their tour. That's it. We're just doing.
They're just older. They can't do like 100 dates anymore.
But guess what? Because they have an album. Well, they have an album too.
November 16th.
Actually, the album is already. I think the album kind of already dropped.
Oh, okay.
But the tour begins November 27th.
Okay.
But the album is called Come Tomorrow. So if you guys are a big Dave Matthews fan of the band, you could check it out, see if the tour is coming to you. And for my Canadian friends up north, they are coming up to Canada. It's US and Canada for the 10-day tour. So they're doing both. So be like, well, I'm a fan, but they're not coming up here. They are going up north and not New York north. They're going northern. So so they're coming up to you guys up there. Yeah. So tickets go on sale October 5th if anybody is interested. That's this week. And it's October, people. It's October 1st. Summer's over. But yes, so they announced their tour dates. So if you guys are fans of them, check it out. Check out their album. Again, it's called Come Tomorrow is the name of their album.
All right.
There you go.
So Mumford Sons is outperforming them by 50. Well, of course, it was 60-day concerts. We don't know how many concerts in 60 days. So I guess
I'm going to say more. I'm going to say more than Dave Matthews. I am going to say more than Dave Matthews. I say Mumford Sons is going to do more than that.
Probably. That is an awesome mug, by the way. Sorry.
Like my mug.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess express.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. What are we up to for?
All right. So I know I've talked about other movies, musical type movies that are literally right around the corner. For those that don't know, they're really pushing A Star Is Born with the premiere and everything. So they're really pushing that. And we know the Queen movie's coming out. But another movie is in the works. And for those that love to go to Broadway and for those that have just said, oh, it's finally done, I'm glad it's over. Guess what, people? It is not Cats the movie. That's right, Cats. You thought Cats was done with their run on Broadway after all those years. But Andrew Lloyd Webber was like, I am not done with my Cats. We're taking it to the movies. So Cats has confirmed that they're going to start filming in November. And just to give you guys a heads up, Jennifer Hudson is going to play the starring role as the starring cat. And if anybody who is a Cats fan, I don't know if anybody, I'm not even going to say the starring glamorous cat. I want to see if the chat room knows the name of the star glamorous cat. I don't know if they will or not, but we'll see. We'll see about that. But anyways, I'll say it if nobody picks it up. But anyways, and also here's another tidbit for you guys. I'm really making you guys work for your money for this show. They are going to do another cameo of another artist. And now I'm not going to say who the artist is. But this artist loves cats. She social mediates her cats all the time. But she will have a cameo in the movie. And of course, it's a singer as well. Young singer. Anyone?
I got nothing.
I got nothing on this one.
Nothing. Just meow right away.
No. No. TS.
Did you see that?
Oh, Taylor Swift. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Taylor Swift. Yes. So she will have a cameo in the movie because she loves cats so much. So for those that were like, after 72 years of Cats being on Broadway, I never saw it, but now I get to see it at the movies. You guys are in luck because it will be coming to the movies after they start filming in November.
They have a target like late next year?
Probably. I'm assuming yes.
Summer?
I mean, if they're already talking about it, I'm assuming, yeah. It's not like they have to write the script.
Right. And that's what I'm thinking, like, probably pretty quick on putting out because it's the same stuff. But.
Yeah,
Right.
I would think.
Yeah, I mean, like Dreamgirls, like all those type of movies that we're doing the Broadway adaptations of it. So we'll see what happens. Cats, the movie.
Cats, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 5 is very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I saw this pop up on the list, and I'll be honest, I was wondering. Be honest, what's left.
Number 5 subject is Prince again in the news. And no, we're not doing another auction. No, you can't get his scarf or sunglasses. But
That he wore one time in Walmart when he decided to try something on. And just
right. In some city, the little town that he went to go get something. Yes, they found a previously unheard home studio cassette of Prince from 1983 called Piano and Microphone.
Okay.
Well, it's streaming right now. It's on a lot of music services, and you can actually get it. They released it. And for those who have not heard it, it's really, really cool. It literally is Prince and a piano.
Mm-hmm.
It is 9 tracks, and it features certain songs like 17 Days, Purple Rain, Strange Relationship, Mary Don't You Weep, which was also in the movie Black Klansman. But it's a very unique form of hearing Prince that we're not used to hearing even in like a live version or an acoustic version. It's him from 1983 of him singing these songs with just him and the piano. So
was this more of a precursor? Like kind of feeling the song out, and then, or was this are they feeling like some of this was, because I'm trying to remember the dates here and that's what's throwing me off, or was this more of a, you know what, I'm playing them, but I want to see if I can do something different with them? Because like with him, I mean, it was about like the music and expressing.
It was just a home studio recording, basically. Just, him probably like us going to practice or, mixing or stuff like that and hitting the record button. It was him at the piano saying, I'm just going to belt out these tracks before my homies come over for some pancakes and basketball. For those that don't know, he cooks pancakes and plays basketball.
Yeah.
But and he's a mean ping pong player too. But yeah, so it's really cool, and it is streaming, and you can listen to it. You can download it. So if you are a Prince fan and you want to hear this, you definitely can listen to this and buy it and just kind of chill with Prince in his home studio.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wonder, like, where they just keep finding this stuff.
He had
Well, he has a vault. Don't forget, they have that vault too.
But did this come from that?
It did not come from the vault. This did not come from the vault. So they're waiting. They're still waiting. They're still waiting for permission to get all the music from the vault to see if they can release it. I don't know if this came from the band, but the band all signed off on it as well. Lisa was really excited for this to be released. So they all definitely signed off on this being streamed and digitally and music service and everybody getting it. Yeah, they still haven't taken the stuff out of the vault yet.
Mm-hmm. Or they haven't released any of it yet. Let's put it that way.
Or I should say they probably took the stuff out of the vault. We just haven't heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just haven't heard anything about it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'll be the story in 2 weeks when they finally.
Yeah, like once a month. Oh, this week they found another finger puppet. It was great in the bed.
But it just, we jest, but in the same respect, it just shows, to the extent, obviously, that he was an artist and obviously had such a following and all that kind of stuff, that releasing something like this, actually not just carries a story, but it also carries momentum and people wanting it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I still think he was a musical genius. I mean, for those that don't know how many instruments he could play himself, he literally was a one-man band and could play all the instruments if he really wanted to with the band. Of course, he didn't have one of those machines to be able to play every instrument, but I mean, he was self-taught and was a workaholic and taught himself to do all that. So I think anything that comes from artists like that, who just are just musical geniuses, I love to hear. I love to, listen to what they are, just completely stripped down. As we all know, we know those artists that lip sync. We know the artists that can just belt out a tune, just, in a room, in an elevator, in anywhere with a cappella. And you're just like, wow, that was incredible. And he's one of them that could just bust up a tune and doesn't need reverb or echo or, a T-Pain microphone or anything else to help him out. And I think just him and him with just a piano and a microphone singing some of the classics that we all have loved for years is just something nice with all the music that's out there now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, we went through this 5 fast tonight.
You want an extra one?
Oh, sure.
How about the 2 extra ones? The one that we talked. Dan, you bring up the one.
I didn't know about it until you told me about it last week.
Well, let's talk about it just in case some people don't know.
So if you were like myself before Shani told me, or like my wife before I told her earlier tonight, Maroon 5 is going to be the Super Bowl halftime performers. So definitely going to be cool to see what all they bring to the table. Of course, they've done so many collaborations just within the past few years that they have the ability to just kind of bring anybody out. Yeah.
And with all the controversy going on right now with them, not with them, like meaning like Maroon 5, but with them playing at the Super Bowl in Atlanta and the controversy that's happening with that, I believe they will be bringing out some special performers to make everybody happy in the community.
Totally missed what you're talking about.
Maroon 5, let me put it this way. Maroon 5 is not what everybody thought they would pick for a Super Bowl in Atlanta.
Okay.
So a lot of artists and a lot of people who support Atlanta were very surprised. They weren't boycotting it. They were just very surprised with the pick of all other music artists that actually come out of Atlanta or would be a better pick in their opinion for an Atlanta Super Bowl. But as we know, Maroon 5 has done collabs with especially one artist in particular who is hot on the charts, and she just keeps climbing. Has a new song that just came out as well that I think is going to be a top one probably by the end of the show. But I have a feeling she's just going to pop out of, to do it. Now she might not, because she might turn into a diva and say, you didn't pick me to do the whole entire Super Bowl, so I'm not doing it. Or she might be good PR and say, I'll do it, but I need this amount of money. I don't know. I don't speak on her behalf, but, we'll see. But that's kind of what the controversy was. Again, there's always going to be something. I mean, think about all the artists that have performed. Nobody's been 100% with whatever artist. There's always going to be something.
Yeah.
So,
no, they go old. People are like, oh, why are they going to the old idea?
Right. When it's the Rolling Stones, oh my God, the young people don't want to hear the Rolling Stones.
Mm-hmm.
If it's, Britney Spears, oh, she lip syncs, why would you want to see Britney Spears perform? So it's always going to be something. And right now, the only thing they talked about with Maroon 5 was, well, the Super Bowl is in Atlanta. Why would they pick a group like that?
Mm-hmm.
Because they have a lot of great hits.
Yeah, for sure. They're hot on the charts.
As much as people don't want to say the Maroon 5 fans, I know I play their hits at all types of events, whether it's kids events, adult events, teen events, mixed events of both of them. I can play a song that will get all of them on the dance floor. So from a DJ point of view, I know I play their songs, whether it's a remix, whether it's the original, I play their songs.
And
don't have
I think you need to look. Yeah, you look at who the average person is who's buying a ticket to the Super Bowl. It's not 20-somethings. It's the 40 and 50. So they're looking for basically the best in adult contemporary right now. That's the folks.
If you think about what they've gone with the past few years, yeah.
Yeah, Justin would have had that multi-generational appeal.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know.
More you know. Here on, I got 5 on it.
Which we just made 6.
Yeah, so we're good. I think we're good. Now I think here. How about this? Instead of doing 7, I'm going to say this for those that do a lot of holiday parties and a lot of Christmas type events. Next week, I'm giving you guys. I'm going all over the place with brand new holiday music. And when I say all over the place, I'm going from here all the way to here. And I don't mean like USA to Canada. I mean like USA to Australia, New Zealand area. Like we're going all the way. You're going to be like, what? Who came out with an album? What? And you're like, no, I just need to listen to that just for myself. I'm going to totally play that at a party. So I'm going to do some holiday music next week because we got some music dropping in the next couple of weeks for the holiday stuff.
And nobody get mad because we're doing this before Halloween is over.
Yeah, we're getting you ready.
You've got to be able to stock up and listen to the music before it's time. So we're trying to help you.
Yes, you got to set your cue points on those songs so you can beat mix Jingle Bells into White Christmas.
And it could be this person's Jingle Bells or this person's Jingle Bells. That didn't sound right when I said it like that.
Yeah, it didn't sound very good.
When I was saying
bells.
It still didn't sound right when I'm still talking about somebody's Jingle Bells. That still doesn't sound right.
One person's song into another person's song.
There we go. But yes, I'm going to give you guys some hot artists and some artists that are going to be like, what? Yeah, that's what you're going to say. You're going to say, what?
And for all of you also complaining because we might do this before Halloween, just think about when the artist actually recorded this. It was June.
Right? In Hawaii.
Yeah.
with Humperdinck, whatever his name is. Engelbert for PBS.
They don't steal our thunder here.
What? I'm not
calling out the new Snoop Dogg Christmas album
to go with the gospel album.
Absolutely.
What a great mix, man.
Yeah, trust me, I'm gonna blow some of your minds on some of the artists.
I am looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it. I will get into the holiday spirit this year with all of your new choices.
Oh, that'd be so
there
awesome.
you go. And for those that are thinking like, what am I going to play for Halloween? Don't forget, MC Hammer came out with that incredible, awesome song that you guys can play from the Addams Family movie.
What was that? There's a gal who plays that when we take the kids around trick-or-treating. She plays that. See, I'm telling you, if you didn't add that song to your list, I don't know what's going on if you're just still doing like Monster Mash and those type of ones. Make sure you play that Hammer song. Yeah, it's something.
The Addams, it's from the Addams Family movie.
You know what? I think on that note, we need to stop for tonight. I think so.
All right. Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, or do you want to preview more Halloween music while we're at it?
No.
Okay, then.
Unless I get messages from people from the chat that says they need some, then I'll give them a list. But you guys should be good with Halloween music.
I think so.
Yeah.
We can highlight a couple here in the next week or so. We've got a couple of weeks yet before.
That's true.
So,
all right. So anyway, that's going to wrap us up for tonight. And Shani's got 5 on it and 6 and a half / preview.
Something like that. Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you found something that you're going to be able to use, whether it's the Prince stuff, whether it's the Cats movie coming up, because of course more music inspired movies. I guess is the better way to talk about it. But hopefully you found something that you can find useful. And if not, next week's another show. So make sure you tune in to us next week. We'll be back. No hangout tonight. and I'm going to blame myself for that one. So next week, but we got plenty of shows coming up this week as well. So make sure you're tuning in, all the fun stuff. DJNTV, thank you very much. You have a good one.
Bye, guys. Thanks.